Alright, welcome back. So in this video I found a 4x4, well, at least that's what they call, Poulan Pro calls it a 4x4. It's technically considered an all-wheel drive. I think they made all-wheel drives for a few years. I'm not 100% sure what year. I see a model number, but I have not looked into this at all. But this one is actually basically a all-wheel drive where the front and rear will actually pull. It's actually a really contraptive system underneath, where you have two basically belts. One's routed in the back and one's routed in the front. And the interesting part is that the way it's set up. You can kind of see it. I'll show you here. I'll just tip them over on its side. There's a little bit of fuel in it, but not much. The interesting thing is when you actually look at it, it's got like all these multiple pulleys. I'll see if I could zoom in a little bit on it. I'll have an extra light too because it's kind of dark, but if you can see it, I'll try to zoom in a little bit. I'm on the tripod here. You can actually see there's your crank right there where it's mounting to the blade, and then you have 3 pulleys. And basically as you pull the second handle, it basically puts tension on both. So yeah, this one's a first for me. I've never found one that has basically like a all-wheel type drive. Under the deck, it doesn't look too bad, to be honest with you. And just looking at it preliminarily, I have found that the cause of this being thrown away is actually one that I didn't know was pretty common on actually Kohlers. I do see Kohlers once in a while, or find Kohlers once in a while. Haven't found one this year. This is actually the first Kohler I found this year. But the one issue with this one is what I found. Let me see if I could just go ahead and drop the camera a little bit here. Is the auto choke. This rod here is loose. So I can see that there's no connection piece here. So somebody was trying to basically fix it, but I think they broke it off and they just thought it was garbage at that point, and it wasn't going to run. So my assumption is this will probably start on choke. It'll run a little bit, maybe even run a little bit bad, but there's nothing to open up basically the throttle, or I'm sorry, the take it off choke to open up the plate. So then what it'll do is it just stays stuck on choke. So what I'll do in this video is I actually had an idea that I actually got from seeing other people fix this issue. Rather than try to get a thermostatic assembly here with the whole piece going to the carb, I was actually going to go ahead and just make my own. Make my own bracket, and then actually got a choke cable, a manual choke cable. So I saw online a lot of people were basically converting to manual choke, where they route it from the one side and then they just run it down the side and around over here up top to the actual assembly. So then when you have a manual choke, you can open and close it directly. So what I wanted to do in this video is I'm just going to do a preliminary just look at it, and then we'll just see if it starts. It runs a little bit. There's probably a little bit of fuel in here. And then what we can do is in the next one, I'll try to oh yeah, there's a little bit of fuel. In the next video, I'm going to try to just do the bracket and assembly and then show you the process or what I did to actually do it. Hopefully that's closed. But in this one, I wanted to see if this thing will run. Because like I said, I'm not 100% sure if these are were very popular models. I've never seen one. I believe Toro did it for a while. They did actually have something like this. Has oil. It's very dark and dirty, so what I'll end up doing is I'll end up eventually changing that. I do remember you just got to be careful with tightening up this dipstick tube. I've seen one where it actually stripped out and was damaged. So yeah, so what I'll do in this video, it's a quick little look around. I mean, all the rest of the components are there. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. I mean, the bag, I looked at the bag, and the bag has like a little bit of wear right there at the top corner is because of where this actual plastic piece rests. And that's one area where I just see, it might be just like a little bit of zip ties, but nothing crazy on it. So what I'll do in this one is I'll drag this one out. We'll just see if it fires up and runs for like a few seconds here, and then I'll see if I can go ahead and manufacture something just to put maybe here in between this locking piece, because there's probably a little space. It's like make a little bracket, and then I'll see if I can make a choke cable for it, and we'll see how it actuates in the next video. But what I'll do is one more thing before I try to start it is just look at the air filter. I sometimes forget on these curb finds because I'm very curious to see if it'll just start on its own. And well, it's relatively used. I mean, it was used, but it's not like crazy dirty. So it shouldn't have any issues there. So what we'll do is we'll put this back on. Clicks right in. And then I will put this outside and we can actually go ahead and give it a cold start here. So 1 second here, let me just drag this out. And possibly in this video I might actually clean it up first before doing anything to it. Maybe. Or maybe I'll just, yeah, maybe I might clean it up, but that'll just wait. So let me just see if I can just go ahead and just make it a little taller here. I just need my clamp to hold it. And what we'll do now is I'm just making sure that the clamp stays on the tripod. Just my tripod kind of moves, so I like to just secure it with a little wood clamp that I have. Holds it steady. So what I'll do here is I'll just start it. We'll see how it runs and operates for, I don't know, about a minute or so. We'll see if it starts right up. So, and I mean, it's gonna be kind of hard to lift it up all on all wheels, but I'll tell you if the self-propel works. I'm gonna say 2 pulls. 1. It honestly seems to run really well. Obviously I gotta just make sure the rod, I'll basically just see if I can take off the top cover, and I will take off maybe the cover of the air filter. But as you can see, it runs. I feel a slight vibration. I think maybe because the blade is worn. I don't think this has any damage to it in terms of like hitting something. It's just honestly that without that wafer or opening it up after a while, it eventually is going to run a little bit rougher as it goes on. I mean, that was only a couple, like what, 30 to a minute long. So this was just like a quick introductory video on this one, but it is something different. So I'm going to actually try my skills here in terms of trying to make something to correct it, as I've seen other people do on this, just to see if I can go ahead and try it, and maybe I can make it a little bit better here. So stay tuned, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy.